A 71-year-old Shaolin master lowers himself into a deep squat. Thighs are completely level with the floor. He stays there for 5 minutes. No trembling, no strain. Then he rises, no hands, no grunt, no assistance, and walks off with the posture of a soldier. His bone density is like that of a 38-year-old competitive athlete. He has practiced Qi Sui Jing every single morning for 4 decades. Meanwhile, a 52-year-old man in Ohio struggles to stand from the toilet. His knees ache going downstairs. His physician just handed him a diagnosis, osteopenia, and a prescription for bisphosphonates, $380 a month. You've been taught the problem is calcium deficiency. That your bones thin out because you're not supplementing enough. That's the wrong diagnosis entirely. Your skeleton didn't stop receiving calcium. It stopped rebuilding itself. Here's what almost nobody tells you. Your entire skeleton is replaced approximately every decade. Roughly 10% of your bone tissue is renewed each year through a process called bone remodeling. Specialized cells called osteoclasts break down old, degraded bone tissue. Right behind them, osteoblasts lay down fresh bone matrix. It's happening inside your body right now, continuously, automatically. But after age 50, the balance shifts. Breakdown accelerates. Formation slows, net loss, 1 to 2% of bone density every single year. That isn't inevitable aging. That is a biological system falling out of balance. Shaolin monks identified this imbalance over 8 centuries ago. They developed Qi Sui Jing, marrow washing, to keep bone remodeling balanced well past age 70. In the next several minutes, you'll understand 3 things. 1. How your skeleton actually maintains itself and precisely why it stops. 2. Why the most commonly prescribed bone medications make your skeleton more fragile over time, not less. 3. The complete 3-tier protocol you can begin implementing tonight. Henan Province, Shaolin Temple. 4:15 in the morning. A monk sits. His spine is perfectly vertical. He breathes in a way that seems counterintuitive. On the inhale, his abdomen draws inward. On the exhale, it expands outward. Reverse abdominal breathing. He does this for 20 minutes without distraction. Then he stands, feet set at shoulder width. He bends his knees, a partial squat, roughly 45 degrees. He shifts his weight slightly to the left, pauses, shifts right, pauses, small adjustments. Deliberate compression is being sent through the bones of his legs. 3 minutes. He rises, walks a slow circle, descends again, deeper this time. This is the practice. This is what protects his skeleton. Here's the mechanism. Bone is not an inert material. It is living tissue responding constantly to its environment. Everyday osteoclasts tunnel through bone, removing material that has degraded or aged. Osteoblasts follow, depositing fresh collagen matrix that eventually mineralizes into hard bone. Think of a municipal road crew. Osteoclasts are the team breaking up cracked, deteriorated pavement. Osteoblasts are the team pouring fresh asphalt behind them. When both crews work at the same pace, your roads stay smooth and solid. After 50, the demolition crew starts working double shifts. The construction crew gets smaller. More bone is removed than replaced. The structure becomes porous, fragile, prone to fracture. That is osteoporosis. Not a calcium problem, but a construction deficit. The monk's stance addresses this mechanically. Weight-bearing posture creates longitudinal stress along the bones. Osteocytes, sensor cells embedded within bone tissue, detect this mechanical load. They release signals that wake up the osteoblasts. The construction crew gets the call. We're needed here. Start building. Research published in 2018 confirmed this directly. Mechanical loading at sufficient intensity stimulates osteoblast activity, increases bone cross-sectional area, and raises mineral density at the loaded site. The threshold that triggers bone formation, approximately 60 high-impact loads daily, generating acceleration exceeding 4G. Ordinary walking doesn't reach that threshold. It's too low in impact. You need actual compressive load through the long bones. The horse stance delivers exactly that. Try this right now. Stand up. Without using your hands for support, lower yourself into the deepest squat you're capable of. Hold it for 10 seconds. Now stand back up. Still no hands. How did that feel? The majority of men over 50 can't reach parallel depth. Their knees signal pain. They need to push off a surface just to stand. That difficulty is your body communicating something precise. Your bones are not receiving sufficient mechanical load. Your osteoblasts have gone dormant. The monk reactivates them every single morning. Tier 1, your foundation, this week. Step 1, sit upright. Begin reverse breathing. Inhale, abdomen pulls in. Exhale, abdomen releases outward. Practice this for 5 minutes, twice daily, morning and evening. It will feel unnatural, that's correct. You're overriding decades of habitual breathing. By day 3, the pattern starts to settle. Step 2, add the modified stance. Stand feet shoulder width apart. Bend your knees to approximately 30 degrees, as if you're beginning to sit, but you stop halfway. Hold for 30 seconds. Repeat 3 times across the day. Total time investment, 20 minutes daily. 5 minutes of breathing in the morning. 3 brief stance hold space through your day. 5 minutes of breathing in the evening. Within 7 days, you will notice your legs feel more capable. Rising from chairs requires noticeably less effort. That is the signal. Your osteoblasts are receiving the message. The one thing that cancels all of this: skipping days. Osteoblast signaling requires consistent input. One session doesn't do it. Daily repetition for 30 consecutive days is what establishes the biological pattern. Now let's talk about what happens when you don't do this, and instead take the prescription: bisphosphonates, Fosamax, Boniva, Actinol, reclassed. Your physician shows you the mechanism. These drugs reduce bone breakdown. Your DEXA scan numbers improve. Your T-score climbs. Fracture risk, according to the data, decreases. Year 1, this looks like success. But here's the actual biology. Bisphosphonates work by disabling osteoclasts, poisoning the demolition crew. When breakdown slows, bone density scores rise. The numbers look correct, but osteoblast activity is also suppressed. The construction crew stops responding. No old bone is removed. No new bone is laid down. Your skeleton simply accumulates aging, unmaintained tissue. Old bone becomes brittle, over-mineralized, crystalline. After 5 to 10 years, it no longer behaves like healthy bone. It behaves like dry hardwood, stiff, inflexible, prone to snapping without warning. The FDA has documented this explicitly. Atypical femoral fractures, spontaneous midshaft breaks in the thigh bone, not from falls or impacts, are caused by normal walking and standing stress. The accumulated old bone simply fractures. There is also osteonecrosis of the jaw, a condition in which portions of the jawbone die and become exposed in the mouth. Rare but real, and documented in medical literature. And with newer agents like denosumab, there is an additional problem: physiological dependency. If you discontinue the medication, rebound bone resorption occurs rapidly. Multiple vertebral compression fractures, your spine collapsing in sections, have been documented in patients who stop the drug. You can't stop safely. The financial cost over 10 years ranges from $24,000 to $90,000, depending on the specific agent. Independent analysis shows 56% of long-term patients report no improvement in functional quality of life. Nearly a quarter experience serious adverse effects requiring additional medical intervention. You are paying tens of thousands of dollars for a process that makes your bones more fragile within a decade. Tier 2, weeks, 5 through 8. You've established the foundation. Now you increase the mechanical signal. Week 5, deepen your stance to 60 degrees. Not parallel yet, but your thighs are angled significantly toward the floor. Hold for 1 full minute. Add weight shifting during the hold. Move slightly left, pause 5 seconds. Move right, pause 5 seconds. Variable loading forces your bones to adapt from multiple angles. Week 6, incorporate rotation. From your horse stance, rotate your torso gently to the left. Hold, return to the center. Rotate right. This introduces torsional stress, loading your spine and long bones from a different axis. Your daily routine is now 20 minutes each session, morning and evening. 5 minutes of reverse breathing. 2 minutes of the stance with weight shifts. Brief rest. 2 more minutes of stance. At 60 days from when you started, you should be holding a 2-minute horse stance without significant shaking. Your posture will have visibly changed. If you access a DEXA scan, your bone density markers will be trending upward. Common mistake at this stage: descending too deep, too fast. Sharp knee pain means you've exceeded your current structural capacity. Reduce the angle immediately to a depth where you feel engagement but no pain. Build additional degrees gradually. Each additional degree of depth is earned, not rushed. Tier 3. The complete system, weeks 9 through 12. You are working toward a full classical horse stance, thighs parallel to the ground. This is difficult. It is supposed to be difficult. Work toward holding it for 3 minutes. Your complete daily practice. 10 minutes of reverse breathing meditation to open the session. 3 minutes full horse stance. 2 minutes rest. 4 minutes walking stance with active weight shifts. 2 minutes rest. 2 minutes twisting movements from the stance position. 5 minutes rest. Final 2-minute hold at maximum available depth. 5 minutes of gentle release movements. 10 minutes closing, reverse breathing. Total 50 to 60 minutes daily. This is the monk's morning practice. Some senior practitioners extend to 2 or 3 hours when incorporating the companion practice Yi Jin Jing. But 60 minutes consistently produces the bone density benefits. Troubleshooting. Knee pain during the stance. You've gone too deep for your current strength. Reduce to 20 degrees. Check that your knees are tracking directly over your toes, not caving inward. For those with chronic knee pathology, substitute isometric wall sits. Unable to coordinate reverse breathing, spend 1 full week on breathing alone. Seated, no stance. 2 to 3 minutes at a time. Place 1 hand on your abdomen to feel the movement. Keep it gentle. No results after 30 days. Audit. Honestly, are you doing it every day? If yes, increase load, deeper angle, longer holds, additional sessions per day. Dizziness during reverse breathing. Stop immediately. You are likely hyperventilating. Reduce breathing rate to 6 to 8 cycles per minute. Use 70% of your breath capacity, not full depth. Practice lying down until the pattern stabilizes. Severe muscle soreness. You escalated too quickly. Drop to 1 or 2 sessions daily. Shorten holds to 20 seconds. Take a full rest day. Increase daily water intake to 3 liters minimum. Your timeline. 7 days. Legs feel more capable. Standing from chairs requires less effort. Balance has measurably improved. 30 days. You can hold a 60-second horse stance. Morning stiffness has decreased. Posture is noticeably more upright. 90 days. Bone density markers may be 1 to 3% higher than baseline, compared against the 1 to 2% annual loss that would have occurred without intervention. Core stability is significantly improved. People remark that you appear taller. You haven't grown. You're simply standing the way your skeleton was designed to stand. 1 year. Meaningful structural change. 12 months of consistent mechanical loading. New bone matrix has been deposited. Old degraded material has been cleared and replaced. Your skeleton is functionally younger than it was 12 months ago, 5 years. You have maintained or increased bone density during a period when your peers have continued declining. You are not on medication, no side effects, no dependency, no ongoing financial cost. Just a daily practice that costs nothing and can continue indefinitely. The core distinction. Pharmaceutical bone management treats your skeleton as a passive structure experiencing inevitable chemical decline. You receive a substance, it slows down a process, you wait. The monk framework treats bone as responsive living tissue that adapts to demands placed on it. You load it deliberately. It responds by building. One position you are a recipient of managed deterioration. The other positions you as the source of active regeneration. Now let me break the 3 tiers down simply so it sticks. Tier 1. Reverse breathing plus modified stance. 20 minutes a day. That's it. Just 20 minutes. You're building the foundation your skeleton has been missing for years. Stay consistent for 30 days, and you will feel the difference. Stronger legs, better balance, easier mornings. Your osteoblasts are waking up for the first time in a long time. Tier 2. Deeper stance, variable loading, rotational stress. You're now at 40 minutes daily. By day 60, your posture has shifted. Your strength is measurable. And your bone density markers, if you check them, are moving in the right direction for the first time in years. This is where most people realize the practice is actually working. Tier 3. The full classical practice, 60 minutes a day. This is what the monks do every single morning. This is where real structural change happens. At 90 days, your bones are denser than they were when you started. Not by luck, not from a pill. Because you loaded them consistently, and your body responded the only way living tissue knows how. It got stronger. 3 tiers. 30 days to feel it. 60 days to measure it. 90 days to see it. 1 year to prove it. 5 years to live it. Tonight, before sleep, sit quietly. 5 minutes of reverse breathing. Inhale, belly draws in. Exhale, belly expands. Feel the internal pressure cycle. Tomorrow morning, first thing, modified horse stance, 30 degrees, 30 seconds, 3 times before noon. This week, establish the daily pattern before you try to increase the depth. Consistency before intensity. The 71-year-old master holding a perfect squat for 5 minutes didn't take anything. He sent a signal, every single morning, for 40 years. You cannot change 40 years ago. You can change tomorrow morning. Your skeleton is replacing itself whether you participate or not. Participate.